Yeah, I think especially early in the game, I thought Jameer's, even though he missed some shots, I thought his aggressive, like just staying tenacious after the ball, getting offensive rebounds, getting fouled. I thought that gave us a huge jump, even though he missed a couple shots early. And I just thought he just stayed after and stayed after. His energy and his tenaciousness was really the difference.
Kevin, the concerted effort to go inside, I mean, how important was that to you today?
Yeah, I mean, it's the first time we've actually been bigger than the team. And so, you know, even I thought Hawk had a little bit of a mismatch. I'm a big fan of Sensabaugh and Suing. I mean, I think those are two high elite level players. But I thought we could go inside without Zed. You know, it's every once in a while it's nice to get a little break against, you know, not having a size difference. So I thought, even if we didn't get anything down there, just to get the ball in there.
Start of the second half, the pressure you were able to apply to turnovers and whatnot, how significant was that? And, you know, was that something you wanted to make?
Yeah, I mean, you know, we watched film at halftime and kind of realized we're just we haven't pressed a lot because we haven't scored a lot, so it's kind of like we almost forgot what to do. So, you know, also we started scoring, and it was good to kind of we just reviewed what rotations we wanted to make, and sometimes when you see it, it's easier to explain than when I draw it up on the board. And I just think we made a really nice adjustment on the guard rotation that I thought really made Thornton think a little bit, and I thought that kind of got us again, gave us a good spark.
Maybe similar to the answer you gave a couple questions ago, but the offensive rebounds, I mean, you've been such an Ohio State strength this year, and you guys get 14, they're 7.
Yeah, I mean, we've been talking about it. Like, you know, I thought Pat gave us a huge lift in the first half, just keeping some balls alive. And again, at least getting second chance. If we don't make them, at least having the opportunity to make them. Instead of just shooting it and missing it, and then all of a sudden we're constantly on defense. You know, offensive rebounding is the best transition defense there is. And you know, we just we're talking about, we're not overly big, we're not overly physical, but just to go get it. And again, Jameer, he just kept going to get it, and I loved it.
Dave, and then we'll come to them.
Kevin, you guys made down to your first 13 shots in the first half. How encouraging was it to get things flowing so well?
Man, no, I was not worried that we would play bad offensively today. We're home. This is our first conference home game since December 2nd. Today's January 8th. We've been on the road at Wisconsin, at Michigan, at Rutgers, 3 really tough places to play. I kept telling these guys the whole time, I'm like, as long as you don't lose your attitude, as long as you don't lose your work ethic, the schedule will turn on you, and we'll get some home games. This group they were phenomenal yesterday. They came in, we had 10 a.m. practice. We practiced all the way up till 1 o'clock. We practiced for almost 2.5 hours. I mean, we got after it yesterday, and I had no doubt that we were going to score the basketball. It was just good to be home. I think these guys felt good sleeping in their own bed, not traveling. It's nice to have a home game.
And going back to Jameer, he tied his career high, and obviously was playing at a lower level. Has he given you more than what you even expected when you brought him in?
No, I think he's got more to him. I think you're gonna, again, I think the biggest thing I kept telling Jameer was like, you're a smart kid. You have to understand you've never gone through the grind before, and you have to understand you're gonna play bad. Once you get that, even during the game, and I thought he had a stretch in the first half where he started getting frustrated and I just said, Mike, you're going back into that cycle. Get out of your cycle and realize, all right, that was a bad 4 minutes. Now have a great 8 minutes. And I think he's starting to understand the concept that you're gonna play bad in this league at some point. It's just what it does.
And do you take positives from just how your team played when Ohio State really started pushing toward the end and kept cutting it to 3 before you guys were able to?
Yeah, I really like the fact that we didn't settle for the 3. We had a couple times, and the big one, Hakeem got fouled and put it back up 5, where We came off a pick and roll, they guarded it good, but we got reversal, and we settled for threes in that instance, and we talked about, when we drilled it, about we can't always shoot threes. We're in the double bonus, drive it, put pressure on the defense. So I thought we took a good step there where we didn't settle and we were more aggressive.
Marcus, then else.
Coach, you talk about not settling. 33 free throw attempts. Is that part of just your aggression and not settling for
Yeah,
a bunch of shots?
you got to take 8 of those away.
Right. Yeah.
So what's 8 minus 33?
Yeah, he had 15, I think, in the
So
first
it's
half.
25.
Yeah.
Yeah, so it's 25. So, yeah, I mean, get to the free throw line 25 times, the way I look at it,
Yeah.
is a huge improvement. Where, I mean, we didn't get the bonus at Michigan, and we didn't get the bonus at Rutgers. So we were more aggressive. And I think the fact that we could throw the ball inside really helped.
With Jameer Young having that 10 fouls drawn, and you sort of added some of that aggression today, is that something that's sustainable going against these bigger teams, or is that more of just today?
No, I definitely think again, I think it's definitely sustainable. I love the fact that he was trying to get downhill. I really do. And again, if you look at, 5 offensive rebounds, I think he got fouled on 3 of them. So again, him just being tenacious, him just having the will not to lose, I think that had a big part of it.
And then Akeem with almost 38 minutes, is that just how the lineup worked out, or?
I need Hakeem Hart on the floor. It's just what I need. Probably 2 minutes too many, but he coasts every once in a while, so he can handle it. He's an old vet. He knows what he's doing. He knows our defense. He knows what he's doing. I have confidence in him. And when he's on the court playing well, we're better.
Nikki and then Ryan.
Julian finished with kind of, I think he had 4 points and a couple assists in the first 3 minutes. How important was he to kind of establishing down the inside, especially since he's recently come up from injury?
Yeah, I think Julian's back being healthy. I think the way he played against Rutgers, I mean, he dominated at Rutgers, I thought. And I thought he showed a physicality at Rutgers that we hadn't seen. I go back to, we're down 6 and we run a little twist pick and roll, and he took an elbow to the face by McConnell that didn't get called, and all of a sudden he reacted and leveled the dude, and he came over to me and said, "I'm sorry." I'm like, "No, that's what I want. Go out there and be physical." And I think he's healthy, and I think he's understanding that he's got to throw his body around this league. This is I thought Rutgers was the first time he looked healthy, and again, I thought today he looked great.
Coach, to start the second half, you guys went on, I believe, 14 overall. What did you like about the way you guys are playing defensively during that stretch?
Yeah, I thought we made that adjustment in the press. I thought the big thing was, I thought we were just letting them kind of come up against us in the first half and even flow into their offense, which obviously I think they're the 2nd best or 5th best offensive efficiency team in the country. I didn't think we could do that. That was my biggest worry, and I thought we did a great job in the second half of not letting just kind of flow. We made them work to get the ball up, and I thought that was the biggest difference. Are we a lot closer today?
A little bit.
Okay.
Yeah. Don only took 3 shots and made them all. Obviously, a bit different stat line for him than normal. Was that just a product of not attempting many threes today, or was there a more concerted effort to?
We've talked to Don a little bit about making sure we're taking good ones and just not taking shots, and just being a little bit more selective and being a total basketball player. That's also, again, we went inside a whole lot, so that kind of curtailed that a little bit. All right, thanks, everybody.
Thank you.